Hi guys, today we are going to see Income Tax Officer Exam 2009. So before going into the video, kindly like, comment, share and subscribe for future videos. So let's go to question number 1. Question number 1. Here if you see, the assessee makes an application under section 154 to the CIT appeals after 3 years of passing of the appellate order. So the said authority has to pass an order either accepting the assessee's claim or rejecting the assessee's claim within a time limit of 6 months. The answer would be 6 months from the receipt of application. Question number 2. The cessation of liability is revocable and there is a possibility of liability being revived in future. Is the provision of section 41(1) attracted in such a case? So here, what is 41(1)? 41(1) is nothing but where an allowance or deduction has been made in the assessment for any year in respect of loss, expenditure or trading liability incurred by the assessee and subsequently during any previous year. Cessation means nothing but it refers to stopping. So here the answer would be provision of section 41(1) is attracted even if cessation is revocable. Question number 3. Income of a resident individual from agriculture land situated outside India is taxable under the head. The answer is A. Income from other sources. Question number 4. Section 132A gives powers to certain income tax authorities to requisition books of accounts, assets, etc. of an assessee from. The answer would be B. Any officer or authority under any other law. Question number 5. For Indian companies having employees based in India and foreign countries, FBT is fully payable. So what is FBT? FBT is nothing but fringe benefit tax and it is fully payable for Indian companies. Question number 6. Which two of the following are not eligible for deduction for income under section 24 for the house property? So here 1. A sum equal to 30% of the annual value, interest on borrowed capital payable within India, premium paid for having the property insured and sum spent on repair of the property. So the non-eligible deductions are premium paid for having the property insured and sum spent on repair of the property. So the answer would be B, above 3 and 4. Question number 7. The CIT West British Paints Limited 188 ITR 44 SC relates to valuation of closing stock. Question number 8. Who among the following can furnish a declaration for non-deduction of tax even if income exceeds the maximum amount not chargeable to tax? The answer would be C, senior citizen. Question number 9. The ITAT set aside an issue for fresh adjugation by the assessing officer by order dated 28/2/2017. The order was received by the concerned CIT on 2/4/2017. The assessment order in compliance with direction should be passed by the CIT on or before. The answer would be 9 months from the end of the financial year in which the order was received by the concerned CIT. So for this question, if you see, the order was received by the concerned CIT on 2/4/2017. So 9 months from the end of the financial year would be 31/12/2018. So the answer would be B. Question number 10. A company ABC Limited declares the following receipts. 1. Sale rupees 50 lakhs, profit on sale of import license rupees 5 lakhs, customs duty repaid as drawbacks rupees 6 lakhs, sale of surplus land. Which of the above can be considered to be income from profit and gains of business or profession of the company? If you see, the first 3 can be considered as income, whereas the fourth one, that is sale of surplus land, when held as a capital asset would be treated as a capital gain. So in this case, the answer would be all of the above except 4. Question number 11. The money is borrowed from the bank for the purpose of paying taxes on income of the business. Will the interest on money borrowed be allowed as deduction under the head interest on borrowed capital? The answer would be it cannot be allowed. Why? The rationale behind this is that the interest on such a loan does not directly relate to the earnings of business income. but rather pertains to a statutory obligation. Question number 12. The assessment year 14-15 passed by the AO on 30/8/2016 was set aside by the CIT under section 263 of the IT Act to be made fresh. The third order was served on the assessee on 6/4/2018. So, the complaints to the direction contained in the CIT order shall be passed by the time of 9 months from the end of the financial year in which the order was served. So, in this case, if you see, the assessee has received the order in 6/4/2018. So, 9 months from the end of the financial year would be 31/12/2019. Question number 13. Which of the following can be given as a deduction from salary income of an employee? So, the answer would be professional tax paid by him to the state government. Question number 14. Effective 1/4/2010, income from capital gain on the sale of short-term assets such as shares of company where securities transaction tax has been collected is taxed. The answer would be D, at a special rate of 15% of such short-term capital gain. Question number 15. In an international transaction, two transacting enterprises will be deemed to be associated enterprises when? The answer would be both of the above. That is, A, one enterprise holds sharing carrying at least 26% of voting power in the other enterprise. B, one enterprise guarantees not less than 10% of the total borrowings of the other enterprise. So the answer would be C, both of the above. Question number 16. What should be the ingredient of an agriculture activity? Select the correct option. So option A is labor and skill of man should be employed to grow the products. Land should be actively exploited to procure growth or better growth from soil. C, spontaneous growth of product from the land without human labor or skill. So the answer would be D, both A and B. Question number 17. In financial year 2017-18, an assessee effected 4 separate purchases of Rs 15,000, each of trading items from the same person on a single day. Separate payments for each purchase are recorded in the cash book of that day. Which of the following statement is true with regard to these payments? The answer would be the entire sum of Rs 60,000 will be disallowed. Question number 18. Income occurring in Japan and received there is taxable in India in the case of? The answer would be A, resident and ordinary resident only. Question number 19. For the purpose of computation of capital gains, the cost of acquisition of bonus shares is taken as? It is nil. Question number 20. Shri Prasad, the sales executive of a pharmaceutical company, received the following amounts: salary Rs 5 lakhs, commission Rs 65,000, bonus Rs 1 lakh, reimbursement of petrol expenses for undertaking journey Rs 50,000, reimbursement of educational expense of child Rs 60,000, encashment of leave not available Rs 40,000. Which of the aforesaid form part of salary of income of Shri Prasad? So in this case, the answer would be all except 4 above. So what is except reimbursement of petrol expenses for undertaking journey by the road, all others would be taxable. Question number 21. Which of the following income is not taxable under the head income from other sources? So the answer would be a sum of Rs 20,000 received by an individual without consideration from any person. Question number 22. The AO, by way of notice under subsection 2 of the section 142 of the Act, has the authority to require production of books and accounts. The answer would be A, only for the previous year relevant to the assessment year. Question number 23. Which of the following is not included in the definition of assets in the Wealth Tax Act? The answer would be B, stock in trade. Question number 24. Concealment of income, inflation of expenses to suppress income, falsification of accounts, and conscious violation of rules are examples of tax evasion. Question number 25. Unexplained expenditure in any financial year by the assessee may be deemed to be the income of the assessee under the following section of IT Act 1961. So the answer would be unexplained expenditure is 69C. So what is 69A? 69A is nothing but unexplained money. 69B. Amounts of investments not fully disclosed in the books of accounts. 69D. Amount borrowed or repaid on undi. Question number 26. The term commonly used to describe avoidance of tax in certain transactions in securities as described in section 94 of the IT Act is dividend stripping. So here if you see, what is arm's length transaction? Arm's length price is nothing but the price agreed in a transaction between two related parties must be the same as the price agreed in a comparable transaction between two unrelated parties. That is called as arm's length price. Question number 27. The net result of the computation in respect of any assessment year under any head of income other than capital gains is a loss and assessee has income under the head capital gains. Such loss, the answer would be, such loss can be set off for the assessment year against income under the head capital gain. Question number 28. Which one of the following expenditure is not allowable under the IT Act 1961? The answer would be amount payable to a contractor on which no tax has been deducted at source. So when TDS is not deducted, then the amount paid would not be considered as an expenditure. Question number 29. There is a concept of allowing weighted deduction under the IT Act 1961. It means that an assessee is allowed expenditure higher than what he has actually incurred with regard to certain categories of expenditure. Which one of the following expenditures qualify for weighted deduction under provision of IT Act? So the answer would be expenditure incurred for certain kinds of scientific research. Question number 30. When a person who is required to deduct any sum fails to deduct tax or after deducting fails to pay the tax, he shall be liable to pay simple interest on such tax for every month or part of the month. So here the answer would be 1% for every month. Question number 31. An income can be deemed to arise in India when the non-resident does not carry out any business directly but through a business connection in India who regularly delivers goods on behalf of the non-resident. So the answer is D. Question number 30. In a search, the authorized officer can requisition the services of an officer of the central government. The answer would be C. Thank you for watching the video.